treasures of light, now accepting all good fortune, to spread God's love and great light. I am the Master living here, free from doubt and free from fear, knowing now all good supply ever comes from realms on high. I am the hand of God's own fortune, spreading forth the treasures of light, now accepting all good fortune, to spread God's love and great light. Om Padme Hum, diamond in the lotus of light and dark, individuality our Father, Mother God, our Supreme Lord, the one without a second, the one with no name and yet all names. We invoke thy holy and precious Spirit, all thy great saints, holy beings, spiritual teachers, gurus, spiritual helpers and guides, strengthening our lineage to thee. May thy Holy Spirit breathe thy word, thy light, and move and have its being within the spirit of the lotus, and in every level of consciousness. May there be a great blessing upon humanity. May thy light, love, and power help humanity through the great shifts of consciousness. May we all join together in one heartbeat, in one song, in one light, singing thy praises, thankful for all that we have, all that we give, and all that we receive. May we join together, making music in perfect harmony. Let peace be still. May thy healing permeate through every cell of our being. For thine is the kingdom and the power and the glory forever and ever. Amen and amen. Om Tat Sat Om. Blessings and welcome. I'm Reverend Tara, and we're here at the Spirit of the Lotus on this very beautiful morning of September 21, year 2014. And we welcome all of you here. And today, we will continue with the 7 Spiritual Laws of Success by Deepak Chopra. And do we have any announcements, other announcements?
Chakra class in January.
Okay. We are preparing for a class on chakras. So we will have more information about it, but starting in January. We believe it will be an 8-week class, but we're not certain yet. There's a lot of information and misinformation about chakras. And so we would like to demystify, the title of it is Demystifying the Kundalini and the Kundalini energy. in January, and we're also preparing for another ministers program, and that will also be in January, and we will have more information on that. But we would like those of you who have been coming to the Spirit of the Lotus, supporting the Spirit of the Lotus, um, to really meditate on joining us for this ministers program. And we will have more information on this later in the year. Other announcements? No? Okay. Um, the 7 spiritual laws, and we're on the 5th law, the law of intention and desire. And we will read you the quote here at the beginning of the chapter. Inherent in every intention and desire is the mechanics for its fulfillment. Intention and desire in the field of pure potentiality have infinite organizing power. And when we introduce an intention in the fertile ground of pure potentiality, we put this infinite organizing power to work for us. Next quote. In the beginning, there was desire, which was the first seed of mind. Sages, having meditated in their hearts, have discovered by their wisdom the connection of the existent with the non-existent. This is from the Hymn of Creation, the Rig Veda. And there's some things we'd like to share later with you from here, from this chapter. All right. According to Chopra, intention, when planted in this great field or sea of pure potentiality, it organizes everything. Intention gives organization, and how we see it is like creation and cosmic law. Before, everything is nebulous, everything is somewhat chaotic. But with pure intention, which involves attention, focus, as well as pure desiring, it helps bring into order your vision, your divine purpose. It brings into order cosmic law. The difference between intent or pure intention and desiring is that pure intention, you have the wisdom to be detached. You have the discernment to be able to be this great observer as well as a great participant and experiencer. In desire, there is a pushing energy and there is attachment. Whatever you desire, you're attached to it and it is attached to you. This concept. And as we know, everything exists. Whatever we can think of already exists. Otherwise, we couldn't think of it. or we couldn't imagine it, be it positive, negative, or neutral. Now, to bring forth this great intent and this great organization, this great rhythm and vibration of your intent and your desire, it takes a process. And the understanding that whatever your desire or intent is, they go hand in hand. That it will manifest in one form or another. And it can be positive or negative. Some people say, this always happens. Whenever I get close to my goal, something happens to, destroy it. So the subconscious mind, because of the spoken word, doesn't know what's true or not true. So it will program this. So without any effort at all, whenever you get to your desire or get to the goal of your true desiring, of your true intent, what happens? You call the subconscious, the energy that we put out, will call the universe. It will make the call. The universe will answer. And lo and behold, there will be something that dismantles your whole progress. And that's where people stop short of the goal. They say, this always happens to me. Or, the world is going to pot. Then there's those who are conscious and have trained the subconscious mind to think positively. Whenever I get close to my goal, lo and behold, there appears someone to help me push me over the goal, or a group to help me push me over the goal, or a situation that helps me to fulfill my goal. The universe is helping me. My guides are helping me. The angels are helping me. And teachers. So you create this rhythm, this repetition of great things occurring in your life because you've created that pattern. You've said the word. You created a rhythm. You've created a vibration. So, those of us who are in a pattern of complaining, in a pattern, complaining to God, complaining to the universe, and God is forever fulfilling these desires. How do we change this rhythm? How do we create a new pattern? How do we create a new habit? How do we create situations around us so that positive or, so that our goals are fulfilled? First, you must know what you want to plant the seeds. And even if you think you don't know what you want, there is something in your soul that knows, because you're here for a purpose. What is your purpose? Is your purpose to lie around and complain? Here, this I don't believe, and this we don't support, is our purpose to help each other grow in consciousness so that we all can be joyful and happy and blissful and peaceful together. In this one chapter about the law of intent, Deepak Chopra drives this point home about the oneness. He says that the tree and your physical body, the elements that make up both the tree, are pretty similar. What's different is the energy that's in the tree and in your physical body. I believe that it's also the spirit and the intent. But since we're so similar in the physical, in the makeup, we are joined by the elements of the air, of oxygen, hydrogen, carbon, and so on and so forth. The tree exists because of us. We exist because of the tree. And that's hard for the human ego to accept. There's an exchange of our oxygen and for the carbon dioxide that we exhale, and the tree takes that and breathes oxygen for us to inhale. And this is with everything else. We say that chair exists. There's very similar elements in that chair that you're sitting in as to our physical body. What makes the chair, our physical body, our physical body? The chair exists so we can use it for us. We exist for that chair. And so on and so forth. So we are all connected to all things. So let's take the manufacturing of this chair. It took someone's idea to create this vision, this idea, and say, oh, we don't have to sit on the floor anymore. We can sit more comfortably in something, off the ground, or sleeping off the ground, or sitting off the ground, to be higher up, to keep our head higher up. It was very symbolic. And keeping our roots planted, grounded, our feet, the roots that go out. There was a reason for the chair. Now, first the chair was made by hand, and then it was manufactured. So it became automatic, just like our subconscious mind, the autonomic nervous system, everything is automatic. But did that chair or idea of the chair, whoever invented it and whoever manufactures the chair, stop there. Oh, we have a chair. No. Then there was competition. So people who manufacture chairs had to switch their focus, not from the chair, but from making the chair more appealing to the masses. So you'd buy this chair. So something so simple as a chair became very complicated. Business and finance and serving more and more people buying it and so on and so forth. Just like the computer, we thought, oh, it would free us from so much. But it became more and more complicated as things got faster and faster. And then it takes us away from the true divine purpose. So what are we getting at? To manifest is not just to manifest money. If somebody wants money, let's say $10,000. You know, that's the easiest part. But it's to go beyond the $10,000. Okay, once we have this $10,000, what do we do with this $10,000? How is it connected to everything? How does it help humanity? Our divine purpose, our true purpose in life. So through intent, we put things down on paper so that it can set things into action. We tell all our students, write it down. Write your goals down. And write it in the presence. You can see it wrapped around in time. Say by January 15th, year 2017, this will happen, and you wrap it so that it will be in a time, space, and circumstance to bring it into manifestation. But when you write it in the presence, you say, using I am, or I have this $10,000, I have $10,000. Or I make $10,000 a week or a month. I am making this. Doing what I love to do. You have to be specific. Doing what I love to do. And it brings great joy to, me and my family and those around me. Be very specific, but in the presence. So, okay, you visualize it, you write it down. This is where desiring comes in, with your intent. Because now you know what you will do, and you see yourself with this $10,000 a week or a month. You create, after you've written it down and you're, you set your goals, you're visualizing it, and that you do that once. Then every day you read this goal in the morning and the evening, and you put it away, and you don't fiddle with it. You let the universe take over to fulfill this plan. But that's not it, though. When you're reading it, this is the true desire. You need to feel it. You need to smell it. You need to touch it. touch the 10,000. You need to, or touch the home, or touch the car, or, if it's a material object, smell it. Smell what is around the environment, around this object. Even taste it in your mouth. Hear what is going around. If you've seen 10,000, see yourself going to the bank and this money already deposited in your account, and you hear the teller, you see the teller smiling at you, happy for you. You see your family. Create a sensory experience. This is that desiring part. And it's important you see everything in the here and now. There's more to this goal setting. There's more to this intent. But do you see what we're saying? It's here and now, to see it here and now. It takes a little bit of effort. With all of this, what are you doing? You're reprogramming your subconscious mind to being, instead of being negative all the time and complaining all the time, or saying, oh, fooled by appearances. Oh, I'll never find a parking. This lot is just so full. And there's so many people. And blah, blah, blah. Christmas is humbug. And so on. And, instead of being so negative, switch it around. See perfect timing where people are finished shopping, them leaving, you coming in, and other people coming in, where there's perfect rhythm. And you can give yourself a subconscious trigger. Some call it the baga. Every time you want to put the power of the universe into action, you use a subconscious trigger. Some put their fingers together, 3 fingers. Some put the tongue to the roof of their mouth. But there's a subconscious trigger. Whenever you find yourself wavering, use your subconscious trigger. These are all things we've taught before, but we all need reminding. We've taught it in classes, but we all need reminding that there's a process. The universe was created by cosmic law, which is a process, intent, with a purpose, with focus, attention, with energy, light, all of the into one and more, which becomes one, not separate. So let's when you follow these 5 steps for fulfilling your desires, intention generates its own power. Just like the manufacturing of a chair or manufacturing of, a pencil. So here are the steps. Number 1, slip into the gap. This means to center yourself in that silent space between thoughts, to go into the silence, the level of being which is your essential state. And this is all part of it. This is in that visualization, in seeing, you know, healing. You're slipping into that gap. You're slipping into every day. Meditation is emerging. It doesn't necessarily make us a better person, because we can meditate on anything. We can merge with anything. We knew a person, and he did some pretty evil stuff. A young man. He could levitate. He could do a lot of things. You know, people were in awe of him. But it was all for show. It was all for his self-promotion. And he would, how he got these powers was, that was his focus. He would meditate every day. Then there's those who meditate and merge with the divine. And you may not find yourself with all these powers to levitate or to, to see into the future and all of this. But you may experience something that this young man had never experienced. The divine, the peace, the support, the love of those around. Number 2, established in that state of being, release your intentions and desires. When you are actually in the gap, there's no thought, there's no intention. But as you come out of the gap, at that junction between the gap and a thought, you introduce the intention. And that's really important. If you have a series of goals, you can write them down and have your intention focused on them before you go into the gap. If you want a successful career, for example, you go into the gap with that intention, and the intention will already be there as a faint flicker in your awareness. Releasing your intentions and desire in the gap means planting them in the fertile ground of pure potentiality and expecting them to bloom when the season is right. You do not want to dig it up. You do not want to dig up the seeds of your desires to see if they are growing, or get rigidly attached to the way in which they will unfold. You simply want to release them. And we remember this other young man telling us that the universe will show you what you set your intent, you visualize, you set your goal, you write it down, you do everything. But the universe will only show you what the next step is, or maybe the next 2, 3. It will never show you the entire plan. So that we keep in the rhythm, so that we keep doing it, so we have that momentum. Remain in the state of self-referral. This is number 3. This means remain established in the awareness of your true self with a capital S, your spirit, your connection to the field of pure potentiality. It also means not to look at yourself through the eyes of the world or allow yourself to be influenced by the opinions and criticisms of others. A helpful way to maintain that state of self-referral is to keep your desires to yourself. And we call it the law of one, as we know, because we're working with light and energy can be neutralized. Do not share them with anyone else unless they share the exact same desires that you have and are closely bonded with you. Number 4, relinquish your attachment to the outcome. This means giving up your rigid attachment to a specific result and living in the wisdom of uncertainty. It means enjoying every moment in the journey of your life, even if you don't know the outcome. Remember, you'll never be given the entire plan. Let the universe handle the details. This is number 5. Your intentions and desires, then released in the gap, have infinite organizing power. Trust that infinite organizing power of intention to orchestrate all the details for you. Remember that your true nature is one of pure spirit. Carry the consciousness of your spirit wherever you go. Gently release your desires, and the universe will handle the details for you. This is gold. Now, the caveat, and well, you've already done this. If you would not desire something like, I wish to be a singer, or wish to be a writer, or wish to be some kind of poet, or doctor, or lawyer. You could not desire something unless you've already been that. Or done it. It already exists. Remember, you are multiple dimensions. Going into past lives, we don't prefer doing that. But people do that to gain certain wisdoms or powers or what from the past life. But remember, what you are now is because of that. You're all that and more. So what we will do in this upcoming meditation is to tap into what you already are, what you have already achieved. Maybe not in this dimension, but in a previous dimension, or in a future dimension, or in another, which is all now. No time, no space. Do you see that? All we do, human beings, is make up excuses why we can't. We focus so much on what I can't do, or on the negative parts of us, our weaknesses. And so we bring all that as our reality. Now it's time we take the step and focus on the true reality, on who we really are. On, yes, I am this great writer. Yes, I am this great musician. Yes, I am. If that is your desire. Look at, in the 50s, you had to have a voice. You had to be able to sing. If you couldn't sing, people would boo you off the stage. You had to have something. What happened in the 60s? Everything turned around. I mean, of course, there were those who really could sing, but they showed that musicianship and to be able to stand there on stage, uh, you saw yourself, you knew you could do it. So there were those that became famous who were great musicians and but wanted to sing, but to me couldn't sing a lick. And yet people loved them, and they made not only money hand over fist, but their popularity is even today. You know, it's amazing because they tapped into that reservoir of who, they saw themselves. They had to envision it. So who says you can't do something? You don't have to be the best, but your soul expresses that. You enjoy doing it. You get great pleasure out of it. That's why not only Deepak Chopra, everyone says, don't worry what other people say and think and tell you. If you feel inside, this is it. This is a true intent. So, prepare yourselves for deep level meditation. Relax and go deeply within. Deep within the inner seeing. Deep within our inner being. Now visualize the colors of the rainbow bridge. See this Jacob's ladder taking us to our true intent, a pure intent. Red indigo crystal firelight, indigo crystal firelight, indigo crystal firelight, violet crystal firelight, violet crystal firelight, violet crystal firelight, gold crystal firelight, golden crystal firelight, gold crystal firelight. Now start to merge into the clear white light. Rest and relax in the clear white light. See, feel, and be your intent. Taste it, touch it. What do you feel? Smell it. See it. Hear. And listen. Do you feel more connectedness to God? Feel at peace, joy, thankfulness, gratefulness. Now rest and relax. And just let it go. heavenly angel, standing before us, handing you a box you are to open this box before going to bed tonight. Now thank the angel as we are consumed in clear white light. Now see a crystalline river flowing from infinity. Flowing into the center of our being. And visualize a twin river flowing from the throne of God, revealing the all possibility. See these twin rivers flowing into one, as one. Now we are shining as 10,000 times 10,000 suns. Bring this energy back, back, back. Up through the soles of our feet, down through the center of our crown, in through the palms of our hands, whirling, whirling, whirling at the threefold flame of our heart, breathing new life and energy into every cell of our being. And when we're all the way into the body, rub the palms together and cup them gently over the eyes. We may do this now. Blessings, and thank you so much for joining us today. God bless you.